Hello and welcome back to Utility Mobs. Now this time around we're going to be doing a lot more than we did in the first episode because I've been looking into this mod a lot and there's some very cool things. Okay, now the first thing which I didn't do in the first episode was remember to read the manual. And that's because I hadn't looked into it thoroughly enough and I didn't realise that she wasn't a manual. I also didn't realise but I was standing in the middle of the Ender Forest, which was why it was just Enderman everywhere. And that's actually a separate mod that I'll cover at another date. But for now, the focus is going to be utility mobs. So what we need to do is, like I say, in the last episode, of course, we did cover the golems there. And if you do this a book and a pumpkin, get the golem manual. I'm not going to cover this again, but we can see that we've got this very nice kind of structure, and it made me think actually that it's actually quite cool that in terms of usability, it's a lot easier to have a 2D structure. Often when I've been trying to build 3D structures, especially complicated ones like say in GregTech or something like that, 3D structure is much harder to, there's no, I don't think there's a uniform consensus or any kind of de facto standard on how the blocks are arranged, and that isn't particularly helpful in terms of the placement. I mean, there's I've seen various different interpretations with how you can do it, whether to do it by row or by column, but when you've got this sort of nice 2D structure, it's very clear. We can see that the different golems got different variables here with health, health, armor, damage, and move speed. And the parameter is 10 on health to 2.4. So we can see we did that one. I'm just going to check that I've done them all actually. So remember the obsidian golem is 100 health, and I'll be speaking about the obsidian turret in a moment, which also has the same reduces armor by 80%, reduces the armor damage by 80%. So that's 20. Okay, and then armor golem. It actually says steel block here. So that wasn't what I did. I used an iron block there. But I suppose because in my recent Galacticraft episode, I re-enriched iron twice, and we got enriched iron, and then we got to steel dust. So so we did that one. We did all the stuff really. And then we mentioned that we can equip the Scarecrow with a weapon. And we also mentioned that we could equip the Band Soul with both armor and weaponry. Okay. So fortunately, there's actually more books that we can find. So what I might do is, before I actually get into any of the crafting stuff, I might just move a little bit further away from this Ender Forest, because it does seem to, it still seems to be spawning stuff even though I've left the Ender Forest, I think. Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously I have, because I'm standing on a load of sand. Alrighty then. So the next book is going to be the turret manual, and the turrets are all built with dispensers. They can be upgraded, and I'll speak more about that as we go through. Actually, I can just go through the books, and then I'll build all the stuff afterwards. Okay, so alrighty. So we've got the dispenser and the pumpkin. I've got too much of a focus on pumpkins. It's books that we need. Okay, turret manual. Okay, so as we can see, we're going to have a variety of different turrets. I'm not actually going to look at that quite yet because I'm going to be building them in a minute anyway, so there's no point looking at it quite yet. Let's just put that to the side. Let's see. I'm not sure which of the other books can be made. I've got an idea though, so let's just keep on trying to craft these books and see how much information we can get, because the more information we've got, the better things will be. Okay, so this is actually something. The mystery upgrade. I wonder what it could be. Interesting. Okay, so we'll see if I can find out what that is or work out what it is. Um, I wonder if it will be the same as in Darkcraft. In Darkcraft, I remember you could have an engine that ran on milk. I think there might have been a Darkcraft engine that ran on milk. Or did it run on honey? No, there was definitely something in Darkcraft like that. But anyway, that's not relevant. So yep. So anyway, so we've got the upgrade manual there with the book and the Ender Pearl. Next one we're going to need is Skeleton Skull. I believe they're still not available in vanilla. Or maybe they just got added in a very recent update. I should know this thing, as on the last day of 2013 I did an episode on mob heads. And that's going to be a curious thing. Because I mentioned then there was a very cool game. What's called Head Extreme Destruction Zone. A real classic game. It was one of my favourite games growing up. And it was just an incredible game, that. And I do wonder if Minecraft ever get inspired by that, or if it's too obscure for anyone to have noticed it. So this is again, I'm going to make a reference to another mod. These things are actually sort of yeah, that's pretty cool actually. I wonder if it looks anything like the Hungry Chest from Thorncraft 2. Again, though, I don't want to build these things yet. This is not going to be the focus. This is pretty cool, though, that as well. So that's a different section, which is all about block golems. Then there's also, I'm not sure if these books are going to be. They may not be, actually. But we'll have a look anyway. And we've got some rotten flesh from our exploits in the previous episode. So let's see if we can get any books out of these. So these are sort of configuration things. I'm not sure if these actually... Oh, they do work as well. Okay, and then... okay, we'll just do both of these then. Okay, so yeah, so this, to be honest, this stuff was... it's integrated. It's also part of Deadly World, and there's also special mobs as well, which I don't think is, which I'm going to cover here, purely because I'm not actually sure how to. But the special world thing, there's some of these spawners. Not special world, Deadly World, Deadly World and special world, and then Deadly World and special mobs, and then this is utility mobs. So that's the sort of I was going to say triumvirate. Triumvirate? I think it might be triumvirate. Yeah, I was thinking as well that it would be cool if, like, you know, I'll save that bit for a minute, actually. Yeah, so it's not, you know, so if you want a sort of fast-paced episode, this is not going to be it. Because, you know, I mix it up with the fast. So anyway, these are the two other books we've got here. So let's have a look. Player permissions. Can we even open it? It's like a MFFS system or something. Wow, there may have to be more episodes of this, because I would probably want to dedicate a whole thing. And it adds you automatically to it. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with that now. So maybe I could target some of those. So it worked with the zombie, and these are all the other ones that are going to work. But can I add? Okay. Very, very interesting. Okay. Now let's okay, so let's just get rid of. I could shift. No, well, the problem is I can't actually get these books back if I do shift all here. I mean, delete all. I don't know. My inventory is a bit full, but oh well. It doesn't matter because I'm going to need a lot of this stuff anyway. All right. So, like I say, we're going to be dealing first of all with the turrets. So the best way to do that is to go into the turret manual. We're also going to get the upgrade manual. And we're going to start looking at this stuff. Okay, so snow turret. We're going to need a dispenser, a fence, and a snow block. Okay. So get our fence. Oh, I already had a stack. Snow block. So I'm just going to put them down. What else we got here? Fence. And that should be that. So which was the order? Fence. Okay. So we put this. Well, it's not the best place to start when you're in a desert, but oh well. And the dispenser. You had to do it, didn't you? And there is the snow turret. So let's have a look. Let me. I should actually just get a chest here because I've got quite a lot of stuff here. All right. So if we right click with an empty hand, doesn't. So let's see how we're going to. Let's go for silverfish this time because we saw that was on the. Actually, I wonder if silverfish are okay, and I've never actually. Cause you never see them over ground, do you? Oh, they're good mob to choose actually. Go on, snow turret. It's not actually hurting them though. It's only got snowballs in it. Wow, it's just fun to watch this, isn't it? But yeah, basically, its power is the same as a. Ooh. Oh, it's quite a battle, isn't it? Let's get rid of this. Yeah, unfortunately, the silverfish is going to win here because, unfortunately, as you can see, it only fires snowballs. This could be seen as kind of the weakest turret. I'm glad I chose silverfish now. Alright, that's enough silverfish. Alright, so let's so yeah, that snow turret has been damaged quite severely there. Okay, so I can't do much. But now I know that also that the upgrade manual we can only use ender pearls, which increase range, and we can also use feather, which makes pushable. Let's just put some upgrades in the chest here. Actually, well, it doesn't even matter really. I'm not gonna need these crafty texts. I already got one. Well, I might need it. So feather. Let's try the feather one then. The range is fairly obvious. So we get this beep, and what's going to happen now? Can I push it? Look at that. That is awesome. Oh wow. How awesome is that? The answer is very awesome. All right, don't worry. Yeah, yeah, it'll be a bit. To be honest, I could spend quite a while doing this. I'm sure this happened before. That goes. That is incredible. That. All right, let's go back to daytime because the silverfish seem okay in daytime. All right, I've got so much to do. I don't know why I'm focusing on this snow turret. Okay, so okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into, because there's still a few more things that I haven't looked at. So when we have to remove the turret, we use shears. Okay, so we use shears to disable the turret. Now the advantage of this is basically that if we use shears, we've got a much better chance. So if say we just destroy it in the normal way with like a pickaxe or a sword, what's going to happen is there's going to be a 1 in 3 chance of the base block being dropped. This block down here, which is a snow block. But if we use shears here and we right click on the where do we right click? I think we right click on the base block here. So we should, in theory, we should get this back now. Let's just do that then. We should. We've got a 5 in 6 chance, so it's a good chance. And there we go. We can see we've got the snow block back. If I destroyed that in the normal way, however, that would it wouldn't have been the case. So it's well, I just have a 1 in 3 chance, but it would, but why have 1 in 3 when you can have 5 in 6? So anyway, so that was that's the thinking behind that. I can't seem to pick it up though. Oh well. Not quite sure why that is. I haven't got no. But anyway, so obviously you get more back when you use the shears, and that's obviously a sort of survival aspect thing, which is not really the focus here. Okay, so we've seen the snow turret, and I think we're going to use silverfish quite a lot here actually. And so we notice it's got no armor, so the silverfish was able to probably would have defeated it in about a minute or two. Doesn't do any damage at all, as you can see, and the attack speed was 10. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the stone turret, and this is this is kind of the basic turret. This is kind of the basic turret. Let's have a look at it. Get some cobblestone on the go. We've got some cobblestone right here. And we needed a fence and we needed dispenser. So we should be okay to go. So again, we're going to place the base block here. And then we'll put its head on there. So here's a stone turret. Now let's have a look, see how the stone turret's going to do. Okay. Not bad. Let's give him a bit more of a challenge. Doing about 2 hearts of damage. So the accuracy is not that high. Yeah, that's 1.5 hearts of damage. Yeah, well, I suppose it obviously increases as it gets nearer. Well, not there. Oh yeah, and just a point, these things are not actually hurting me. You can see that it just bounced off me that area. Yeah. Yeah, and also if I had another turret standing opposite, it wouldn't hurt that either. And it wouldn't hurt a golem either. That's another point to mention. So yeah, so not a bad turret. And And again, we can apply upgrades to it. So I wonder if I can apply different upgrades. It may be that it can't. So we could try. Let's try gunpowder. That's a good one to try. So it certainly becomes more effective then. Gunpowder is a nice upgrade, it seems. Okay. All right. Now this is very, very cool. There's actually this is very cool because it's almost like parallel to the stone brick kind of recipe in vanilla, which is very, very cool. So I'm just going to I can't actually yeah, let's use a pickaxe on it, because even though because I don't actually in this situation it probably a lesser drop rate isn't such a bad idea. Did I get it back? I might have done, but I was still only 1 in 3. But anyway, now we're going to do the stone brick turret. So let's just check what we've got here. Should be as I think. Stone brick is going to be, yep, it's going to be exactly what I thought it would be. So we'll go for the stone bricks here, and we'll replace the cobblestone with that, and put down our base block. And again, like I say, always dispensers at the top. And I'll probably just go through. Yeah, I'll probably just go through all the different upgrades. Maybe I used the wrong one. Oh yeah, I always do. I've done that so many times, it's unreal. Alright, let's see if the order then makes any difference. That's a good excuse to do that. These are never going to be useful. Wait a minute. Stone bricks? Well, that is definitely a stone brick this time. It's not a monster one, no. What have I done wrong here? I must have done something wrong. Dispenser fence. Oh no. Dispenser fence, stone brick. Oh. So I'll do that one then. What have I done wrong here? Does it need a chiseled one maybe? No, it doesn't. Well, that is not working, so there's not much I can do about that. It basically it's actually quite similar to the what's it, the stone turret, but it shoots arrows twice as fast with half the damage. So with an upgrade, it'd be quite powerful. Because of the increased firing rate. Okay, so now we've got the counterpart to the obsidian golem, which is the obsidian turret, as you might imagine. So for this we need dispense nether fence now, and you can see we've got 100 health again, so very powerful, good early game defense unit. Armor says 20 here. You can see this is the first turret with an armor value of anything. So even though you don't equip the armor, it obviously still has it. Damage is 4. Yeah, and you can see that was half the damage, but with an attack speed of about. Well, I can't really work that out. 1.8 maybe or something. Okay, so obsidian turret now. Let's get a nether fence out. Okay, and there will of course be random noises from time to time. A lot of mods nowadays are introducing more kind of messages in the chat log and stuff like that. So it's just something which is as all the mods have evolved, it's become a bit more like that. Okay, so obsidian as well. Okay, so we've got the obsidian here. So let's put that down, put the nether fence. Nice, okay. Okay, so let's just take a look at the upgrade manual. Probably going to leave these guys around actually. You can see this guy's still on 100 even though he's been attacked. See the armor in use. Slime ball. Let's try slime ball. Bear with me for a second, silverfish. Why are you pushing me here? Okay, so if we take a look at this guy now, we can see. There we go. You can see the debuff there. Only for 3 seconds there. Okay. So let's continue here. So we've looked at the obsidian turret and fireball turret. What have we got on this? Okay. Okay, and again, and this is an important point to point out, because when we don't have when any turret uses arrows, then upgrades, all these upgrades are available. But when a turret doesn't use arrows, only the feather upgrade, which is pushable, and the ender pearl upgrade, which is range, will work on it. So, and when I get into some of the later turrets with more accuracy, it'll be interesting to look at the ender pearl, and that's why I haven't actually done that yet. All right, so so let's look at this. Let's look at this turret then. So we're going to need dispenser, fence, and netherrack. Okay, so we don't have any netherrack yet. Cobblestone's probably not required anymore. These are not required. All these. All these. Okay, netherrack time. Not. Okie dokie. We're dealing with nether fence still, I believe. So base block, netherrack, nether fence. So there's the fireball turret. Again, we're going to use a silverfish. I potentially put him a bit too close to the obsidian one, but oh well. There we go, got one of them. Yeah, I'm not going to go to nighttime quite yet. What I could do here actually is just start moving around a little bit. And then we're going to have some very nice interactions. We could have a very... Okay. What is going on there? There's a bit of a digression here, but... What's this guy? Oh no. Wow. She was getting bloody goth, isn't it, at the moment? Alright. So anyway. Oh dear, I turn the audio off. Bloody other people's voices in it. Alright, so anyway, that was the fireball turret. Now what I want to focus on is the gas turret. So let's look at that. So gonna need nether brick this time. So let's get some of that. Okay, so we'll move the obsidian away. So let's just check that recipe again. Nether brick on the oh yeah. Oh man. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Dispenser time. This is the problem with putting resource packs. For fuck's sake. Fuck off. Oh, that's in Farlanders one. Is that really the Farlanders one making that noise? Alright, let's get rid of it. Alright, so it's because I'm still too near the end of forest. Alright, let's try and get distracted again. Alright, so we've got the gas turret here now. Alright, so okay. Yeah. That's gas style. Yeah, so the gas turret isn't fucking about. Wow, it's got a good range already. But very destructive turret, as you can see there, the gas turret. So yes, quite powerful. Yeah, this snowblock is still there. That's going to stay there the whole time, isn't it? It doesn't look like it's despawning anytime soon. I walk over it all the time as well. Alright, so next thing we're going to look at, let's just get my food situation back up. Yeah, in fact, yeah. It's not such a bad thing I'm near this end of forest actually, because I've been looking for one for a while. There's also some interesting Enderman structures underground. I'm not sure how much is related to the Farlanders mod, how much is world gen stuff like that. Okay, so anyway, so the next thing we want to look at is the sniper turret, and that is not how you do it, because none of this stuff is available in NEI. But you know, that's the thing. I've opened the wrong menu again. Alright. So the next thing we're going to do is sniper turret. So we need a lapis for this one. Let's get a block of that out. And wow, my mind has just become a sieve after being distracted. But yeah, it'd be quite cool actually if we had like interaction between this and like some really cool art style stuff, like, you know, but you often don't really see that. And kind of it's, you know, kind of rightly so in a way. Where we don't have a combination of form and function, opting for one rather than the other. Near the twain shall meet. I was thinking about that before making the video, so how can I incorporate that in? But I've kind of broken the fourth wall now, unfortunately. Alright. So there's a sniper turret. admittedly with some buddies. There's a thing. So what can the sniper turret do then? Okay, so it doesn't need to be upgraded with an ender pearl. I imagine though. I wonder if it can be upgraded with an ender pearl. Then its range is going to be absurd. Sorry, what? Oh, yeah, it can be. I was thinking what happened there. So yeah, so it's got the same range as the one with ender pearl, but with an ender pearl as well, it's going to go even. But even so, you can put another ender pearl on. It's going to increase it by 10 blocks. And it deals more damage with each arrow. Interesting. So it's a bit like a kind of like, yeah, it's like a reverse gore howl in Hearthstone or something like that. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Turret. Alright, this gas guy is a bit too powerful. I think you've had enough, mate. Clear off. Alright. You gonna get a hit? I don't think you can go much more than that. Oh no, it can. See, that range is pretty long. The accuracy is a little bit higher, perhaps. It's certainly not missing by much. But it's not like when it's, you know, with a skeleton, it's going to hit you every single time. That's missed by about 2 blocks. We'll see. That will keep on pinging away. Can't pick up these arrows here. Alright. So, yeah. What's the next one then? So after sniper turret, we are looking at the shotgun turret. Let's look at that. Okay, so again it's a steel block, so of course, so I guess it is interaction with railcraft, and there's a few others, you know, potentially rotary craft as well. Even though the steel is it's called HLSA steel. All right, so we're going to need an iron block for this as well as a regular fence, which we have. Okay, let's move around a bit. Try not to do that. Okay, we could head into the darkness. Not quite yet, though. Not quite yet. So this looks similar to a snow turret, and this has got a unique feature up its sleeve. And the unique feature, as you will see, is sextuple arrows. So basically just I can say that really. Spouse them everywhere. Well, but its accuracy is not good. Okay. So there's the shotgun turret. Now we're going to move on to some more powerful turrets. I should actually just keep a look at the upgrade menu. So the damage of diamond, that's not hugely interesting, but obviously is very useful. Iron's fire, pushable bomb slow, range poison, We can add fire charges as well. Wonder if I can actually think about what block might be. I'm just going to think about this for a minute. What possible block could be added? It may not be an obvious one though, so but what kind of damage can you do in the game? Yeah, it could just be like a sword or something. You would think perhaps a sword. Let's try a diamond sword on it. That'll be an interesting choice. I just have a feeling it might work, but I'm not going to try anything else. But it's just that if that's already implemented into golems, it might work here. Nope. What about milk then? Well, that was a bit. It was unlikely. Let's try one more. How about wool? Let's try wool. I'll just try this last one because I'm not really sure. No, we're not seeing much there. And you can see, even though, and you can see it shoots arrows, so we've got a range extender there as well. Okay, so yeah, so there is obviously, like a lot of mods, there's a few, secrets, but yeah, you have to really, these things always just, you can either find out or you don't. I know some of them from other mods, but maybe I'll find out that one for this mod. But then by then it probably won't be necessary to do an episode of it because I can't just say, "Oh, here's one secret," because it's not much of an episode. Okay, so now we've got the Gatling turret, which is a very powerful turret. This is very cool, isn't it? A Gatling thing. Yeah, I remember there was one episode on the back of a helicopter or something. Something I remember very briefly, and I think they had some fancy lighting on it, on the bullets, and tracing or something. I think it's called that, ray tracing, maybe, I don't know. Very, very cool. Okay, so we need a gold block for this, which we already have, which is fortunate. And then let's put the dispenser on. If we can get it, which we can't. So there's the Gatling turret. So this guy is going to be a monster. Funnily enough, there's a lot of updates to what the Infamy 164 pack. That pack is one. While the other mod packs tend to get upgraded, like it's like in December, boom, like a shitload of them all came out at the same time. Infamy seems to have been a very it's just always getting updated. It's always moving on. It doesn't seem to really matter what happens. It just keeps up with everyone else and then moves on. So this guy, you can see he's a bit more accurate as well. I don't like it when you get really close there. So it's probably a good idea to have golems for really close, but then golems are going to move away anyway. Potentially, what you could do is just do like a wall, try and stop the golems from getting out, because then these guys. That guy did seem to get hit by fire, so maybe that isn't working quite as it should. The fire turrets seem to be causing a little bit of trouble. So no fire turret anymore. Okay, I did get the drop there. So I'm not sure if that percentage has been changed. Whether the shears thing counts. Maybe. I did try it on the snow, didn't I? This snow is just staying there all the time. Oh well. It's not the end of the world, I suppose. So yeah, so it does. It got that Gatling turret. This one is going to have 2 arrows. What's it? Every second. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to get onto the real powerful ones. So probably everything. So what I'll do is I'll turn it tonight, and we can have a look at all this stuff briefly. Gatling turret. Okay. So, oh no, sorry, that was the one I just did. Volley turret. I actually don't have anything on volley turret. Health 20, armor 6. So I should have been looking at some of these things. Shotgun's got a lot of armor. No armor on these fire ones. Ghast's got a lot of armor. Still though, Obsidian is definitely the real most powerful in terms of armor. Okie dokie. So emerald block. Let's try silverfish. It's not the best place to put it. Well, that's a deep hole. What's that? World gen's quite nice here. Alright, back off. Alright, let's have a look in a different environment now. Shall I? Now, you know what? I've done it up there before. The fact that I've just fallen down a hole doesn't mean I should just instantly change the tone of the video. Alright. Let's head back on. Okay, but it's nice to know there's stuff down here. So anyway, what are we doing? We've got the volley turret. So like I say, this is the volley turret. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you imagine it sets out a volley of things. But because I don't have enough information on it, I can't really... This is a mysterious turret, in a sense. It's an accurate turret, though, I think. But it just doesn't shoot very much. And what was the one for the rapid fire rate? Iron ingot might be the one, actually. Let me try this. Alright. Okay, so let's just... yeah, I mean, you can tell these just, you know, in a sense, they're just variables being changed and the type of ammunition is being changed, but attack speed 2.5. So it's one of the slowest in the game. In the mod, rather. Yeah. And the slowest is Ghast. And it's also the most destructive. Killer turret. So here's the final one. As soon as I place this, we're just going to go into nighttime. We're going to see how it does. Okay, so the killer turret, we're going to need a diamond block for this. Let's get a diamond block. There we go. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do actually, there's still a lot more I want to cover. I think I'm going to have to make this go to another episode. Because that way, in the next episode, I can talk about both the block golems and also the configuration stuff. So this guy is going to be a beast. It's similar to the shotgun turret, and is apparently incredibly accurate. So let's have a look. Can't say it seems that accurate. Let's just put it on something. It does have a its head does move around in 360 though. So it's a 360 no scope. Or whatever. Well, let's give it a real challenge. Let's have a look now. Alright. We're going to finish this off in the next episode. Thanks for watching.